Hi, I'm Alex. I'm half of the Brothers Cordero Prince. And what we do here is screen print. And I took it upon myself to hire you, camera person, can't be out here assuming things, to make us look legit. And by clear, I mean... Don't record over there. Hey, I haven't told John about you, nor how much you cost, nor am I. So just kind of like stand around, like stand very still. He can't really see you. He's like kind of like a T-Rex. So.
Alex, there's a warrior in the corner of the garage. There's some scissors behind you. Give them to me. I'm gonna stab him.
No. The camera person's with us.
Camera person?
Yeah.
Why do we need a camera person? How much is this costing us?
I guess this is happening now. Hey, I'm John. I'm the second half of Brothers Cordero Prince, the second brother. We're a very, very small operation. It's just me and my brother. We're planning eventually to get a studio for our screen printing, but for right now, we've converted Alex's garage into a little screen printing studio, which is, it's pretty good. It's pretty great. Except, when Canada gets set ablaze and then, the smoke starts to come this way. Actually, you know what? Now that I think about it, it's actually a good thing that you're here. We're doing the tutorial, so we probably need a really good camera person on the job.
What is this? What's going on right now?
What is this? That's the camera to the tutorial that we're filming, John.
I see a camera for the tutorial, but why aren't they recording for the tutorial?
John, they are not here. All right? They are on the payroll. Don't worry about them.
Why do you keep talking about this payroll? When did we have pay rolling? Shouldn't it be rolling this way before we roll it to some pervert?
Pervert? What's up, everybody? Welcome to the Brothers Cordero. I'm Alex.
I'm John.
And we are two brothers that came from the same place.
You can't just...
We are brothers.
We are brothers.
And we print.
We're printing as brothers.
Today we're going to go over a tutorial of sorts of how to screen print. Everybody on YouTube that has a screen printing service does this, and they seem to be doing all right.
I think so.
So in order for us to be doing all right, we're going to show you how we do it, right?
I think so.
Asterisks. How do you do an asterisk with your hand, John? Put your finger at the top here to make an asterisk. Asterisks.
Asterisks.
There are 1.5 million different ways to do the exact same thing in this profession. So if you see something that we're not doing what you deem correct,
keep it to yourself.
You
keep it to yourself.
So let's get started.
Crack it open. Open that can.
So one of the most important aspects in screen printing is your printing environment. The emulsion that we use is very, very sensitive to UV lights, so like the sun, right? So you got to make sure that you're working in a dark space away from UV lights, kind of like a dark room, John.
Yeah.
I just coined that phrase, dark room, so now we put it in the thing as art. And anyways, what we ended up doing for our shop was taking the tarp, cutting it up, and just kind of blocking up as much light as we can in the garage door. It's a very good DIY way to get our shop up and running, or hide.
Why would you say that?
So once you have your fully degreased and clean screen ready to go, the next step will be to coat it with emulsion. Now, there's a lot of different kinds of emulsions out there. The one that we use is a photopolymer blend, which means that it's ready to go. We don't have to mix it with anything.
Mm-hmm. So you got your coater, right? You put the emulsion, you literally just go ahead and you just pour a little bit on there like that. Yeah, just gotta get in there like that. Look like some nacho cheese. Just spread it evenly across like that. And this is the part that gets a little bit, where you kind of have to scoop it up just like so here. All right. Now you want to make sure that the emulsion is evenly across the little scooper thing. And what the f***? So for the coating part of the screen, everybody has different techniques. Some people like to coat two sides on the front, like two passes on the front, one side on the back. You usually get different ink deposits depending on the type you use. We found that just doing one pass on the front and one pass on the back works the best for us.
There we go. And that's time. And that's the burning.
Oh, what a guy. Oh, he's not getting burnt. Hey, do you mind actually holding the camera while we print the shirt?
Yes. I could do that.
So after you wash out all the uncured emotion, you essentially left with what is a stencil on the screen right here. Look.
Stop touching that. Stop touching it like that.
Why?
You're gonna get your oils, sticky oils all over the...
I wash my hands.
It's yellow.
Anyway, so what you left is essentially a stencil. So this is where the ink is going to pass through onto whatever you're printing. Now today we're printing a shirt. So now, next step after you're doing that is you put it on your machine or whatever you're printing on. You know, it doesn't have to be a machine, but you know. We got this big boy right here. Yeah, you line it up to your palette. All right, so since we're dealing with just a single color print here, you really only have to worry about aligning the one screen to where you want it on the shirt. If you're doing multicolors, you got to worry about a whole bunch of different alignments, make sure all the colors stack in the same place. One color is way easier, so this is going to be quick. A couple things you want to do to protect your palettes is to have some sort of cover on it. Now we have this palette tape. It's just a fat ass piece of paper you put right on top of the palette. Now that protects it from ink, from a little bit from heat, anything, just because you want to maintain these in the best condition that you can, because they're expensive. So what I'm doing now is actually getting rid of all the air bubbles, because again, if your surface isn't flat, you're gonna mess up the print on the shirt. You want it to be as close to the palette as you can. And that's it. You just leave it.
You got a spot right there. There you go.
So a couple things we have to do from here is make sure to tape the outer edges of the thingy, because you get emotion, ink. Cut that out, John. Don't put that in the thing. You tape out the edges where there's no emotion, because anything that's not coated with emotion will pass through, and you're gonna have a mess, John. A mess.
Yeah.
Because you keep doing that, and I
keep
telling you not to. You want to tape out the edges, the registration marks, which, yeah, you don't want to print that on a shirt. You know, that's not good. That's not cool stuff. There's that. Where's the tape? So you want to be very, very generous with your ink on here, because you got to have enough to actually fill the screen and pass it through. And you're more than likely going to be doing more than one shirt, so you want to have enough ink so you're not constantly refilling after every print. And it's also very important that you wear gloves, because these things can get... So it's very important to wear gloves, because this... So it's very important to... So... You want to put adhesive on the palette, because when you put the pressure from the ink transfer, when you do the pass, you're going to put so much pressure that the ink is going to actually stick to the shirt, and you don't want the shirt to come off and just mess up all your stuff. So it's very important to have some sort of adhesive. We use a water-based one because the planet...
It's a good adhesive. It's good. It's
actually...
It's adhered.
It adheres itself to the... It adheres to...
Damn, it's... Oh!
I can't even blame you for it. Like I'm trying to
There's
find.
no
I'm trying to find a way to.
Could.
I can't. I actually can't.
I'd have to fight you on it.
100% me. I stole this from like 4 videos on YouTube. Everybody says you took your hand like this and like this, and you karate chop the inside like that.
They do say that.
And then you pinch, and you pick it up, and you slide it over. And good luck, because you have so much adhesive on the palette. If you're following our instructions closely.
Line it up. Make sure it's good.
Okay, so your first pass is going to be very light, very touch. You know how people talk, very touch. Very light. You're not going to put any pressure through. You're just going to pull it, and you kind of just spread the ink evenly over the design. Now that's called flooding the screen. And what that's doing is getting all the ink into the open area of the design.
The pores.
So when you do what I'm about to do, which is the first pass, you give a little more pressure, you're actually going to get the ink to go all the way through the screen.
Yeah.
The mesh, whatever.
That's good.
And bam. After you get this on here, you want to cure the shirt. And what curing is just getting the ink to the temperature that it needs to, so it adheres permanently to whatever you printed it on. Every ink has different cure temps. This one is a low cure, so you can do it at 265, but you generally want to get it maybe 20 degrees above that. So you want to take a temp gun, something to measure the temperature with, and you want the surface temperature to match throughout the entire thing. So you want it to be about the cure temp. There you go. All right.
Got it?
Good to go. And then bam, you got a shirt.
Why are you pinching your nipples?
I'm not, I'm trying. They have a stretch test to see if it actually cured. So if you pull it and it doesn't like crack up, like laugh, crack up laughing.
Does it seem like it's giggling?
No. Well, I think that wraps it up for today. I think we did pretty well.
Okay.
All things considered in our small little, garage style operation.
For sure.
You know that Steve Jobs started in a garage, John?
Steve Jobs is dead.
Apple.
Yeah.
Not dead.
Yeah. Yeah.
Anyway, I think we're good for the day after that. So
I'm fish fixing.
man. Take care of that stuff. All right, you gotta go. The guy even told him it's on his credit card, so you gotta get the fuck up out of here. So go in. Yeah, it was good to see you. We'll see you again tomorrow. How much? Hey!